have a sister who plays piano. I'm telling you that because all through our childhood, she would wake in the early morning and play in the gray light. I'm telling you because she has strong fingers. Because she's got a boyfriend now who gets annoyed when she makes too much sound. I'm telling you because she believes in God, the piano player. When I was 7 years old, I put her in my lap and I sang, and she fell asleep. And I think a part of her is still there, pressed against my chest. We are finite. She's 20 now, and she still says she knows him. She still plays. I don't know what I want to say to you. I rose early the morning we met. I had lunch with my sister. She sat across the table from me at a restaurant, and she didn't look me in the eyes. It's not easy loving someone. You have to, though. She drummed her hands on the tabletop, index finger dipping in and out of the watermark from a sweating glass. She had on a red blouse, and she didn't know that that night I would be on the ground. She would be in her pajamas, in front of the TV with a carton of ice cream and a spoon. Both of us would feel broken. Both of us would be wearing the same dollar store chapstick, but only one of us would wake up the next morning all right. She told me she was sad. When I was a teenager, she could tell how I was feeling by the music I was playing when I picked her up from elementary school. As soon as we got home, she'd run to the piano, and on the days when I filled the car with heartache, she let her fingers dance, light as the ghosts of themselves, and it brought me back a little. Have you ever seen someone do something not because they had to, but because they were hungry? That was the way my sister played. That was the way that 12 people sucked in air, and 10 of them breathed it out again. 3 sets of lungs still have the taste of Cherry Street inside them. They aren't getting anything back. My sister has the strongest fingers. She played once for my grandfather, and he shook his head and held up his hand, and she stopped. I could tell the music was bringing back all those ghosts, faces at the windows. He trembled like he was still 19, caught in the edge of the world, caught in the thunder. My sister watches television and thinks about Mary Magdalene, and the piano sits in the corner like an oasis or like a tomb. Sometimes I imagine you driving through the blackness with your headlights on, staring straight forward, searching. They don't let you drive in prison. You plowed through a barrier on Cherry Street. That color took too much from us already. Exit sign, bitten lip, stoplight, fire trucks, the pavement slick with blood like ice gleaming, the insides of eyes. You hurtle through a barrier, and suddenly the crowd is there. And you hurtle through them too, because what are lives to you anyway? You are running from a policeman and from the night and from God. You plow through bodies. We were in the same place that night. For a few moments. I didn't see you coming, and I am angry, but also I remember your eyes, yours and hers. I turned to the girl beside me, a stranger, and I smiled. And then, all at once, the whole street seemed to scream out in pain, and with blinding force, I was flung to the side. There are some things you don't want to remember. Not pain like that, not splintering. But I saw you. I saw you as you were forced from the car and the edges of the world tinted sharp and red. I lay on my side and I could not move. You looked at me. The night rose black and impossible, this time not with singing, but with pain, blinding, everything red as heart torn open. I saw your own heart torn open as you looked at me. and 24 years old, hung so heavy it could swallow you. You seemed so small. A war is waged through pain, through memory. It rises uninterrupted and sharpens in silence. Your sentence was not my victory. In the street, lives fractured, and mine paused, skipped a beat, and restarted. I came out on the other side to see myself free. In the road, the lights spun, and the screaming rose up like an ocean, disjointed, crashing, a call to sleep. Somewhere, the music of the concert lingered eerie and tragic, as intangible as the essence of rain. Somewhere, not there, I thought about dying, only in the context of your eyes. I thought about my sister, her hands stronger than living. How were we going to go on living? How were we going to go on? The woman in the ambulance needed me to stay awake. Do you have family? She asked. I told her that my sister's name was Rose. I could feel her, still pressed against my chest at 7 years old. The silence between songs. My sister's name is Rose.